This is Cronkite News.
Welcome to this Cronkite News Update. I'm Miles Todd. Here's a look at the top stories we're tracking today at noon. For an update on last night's presidential preference election results, according to Arizona Secretary of State's office, Hillary Clinton led with 58% of the vote, while Bernie Sanders trails behind with 40%. For the Republicans, Donald Trump was a clear winner at 47% of the vote, Ted Cruz followed with 25%, and John Kasich came in third with 10% of the vote. Donald Trump will take all 58 delegates from Arizona. Last night's presidential preference election drew large crowds at polling places across the state, causing some voters to wait in line for hours. Many polling places in Maricopa County had long lines all day because officials had drastically cut the number of polling locations to save money. Governor Doug Ducey says that election officials must determine what went wrong and ensure that it does not happen again. He released a statement this morning angered over the incredibly long lines at last night's polls. He said independents should have the right to vote in the primary, and the statement read, "A big part of yesterday's problem was registered voters showing up and being told they couldn't vote. That's just wrong. If people want to take the time to vote, they should be able to, and their vote should be counted." Governor Doug Ducey wasn't the only person angered by yesterday's voting process. Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders spoke today in San Diego about how long Arizona voters had to wait in line.
In the United States of America, democracy is the foundation of our way of life. People should not have to wait 5 hours to vote. And what happened yesterday in Arizona is a disgrace.
Cronkite News is dedicated to following the elections here in Arizona. For more election coverage, visit cronkitenews.azpbs.org and be sure to check out our Storify as this election season continues. President Obama is in Argentina today after his historic visit to Cuba. In Buenos Aires, Obama met with President Mauricio Macri. The two discussed trade, energy, technology, education, and environment. Security was tighter than usual due to the Brussels attack, which Obama touched on during his speech.
The world has to be united against terrorism, and we can and we will defeat those who threaten the safety and security not only of our own people, but of people all around the world. So that's a top priority of ours, and I know that President Macri shares those beliefs.
Back in Washington, the Supreme Court is divided over the Obama administration's plan to spare faith-based groups from having to pay birth control for women covered under their health plan. And protesters are outside voicing their opinions. Protesters on both sides are there hoping to sway the court's vote. Conservative justices agree the Obama administration's effort violates religious rights. The four liberal justices look to uphold a measure offered to faith-based colleges, charities, and advocacy groups. U.S. Representative Trent Frank says faith is a part of the Constitution which cannot be undermined.
But it's important, to keep in mind that when we hold certain truths to be self-evident, we suggest that all men are created. That's a religious statement in itself. We want to be very careful here that we don't get so secular-minded that we relieve the entire nation of such religious conviction that we undermine and vitiate the very founding document of the country.
If the vote ends in a 4-4 tie, 4 appeals court rulings would be upheld that are in favor of the administration. However, different rules would apply in places where another appeals court has sided with the challengers. It's National Puppy Day, and thanks to a new House bill, it might be easier to get one here in Arizona. A Senate committee passed HB 2153 Tuesday that would block cities from regulating the sale of commercially bred dogs and cats in pet stores. The proposal contradicts current ordinances in Phoenix and Tempe that require pet stores to only sell and rescue and shelter animals in order to prevent sales from puppy mills. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight at 5 on Arizona PBS. We'll be following up with our Arizona officials, to find out what's been prevent the long lines in future elections. And skydiving is known to attract thrill seekers, but one Arizona company has a warning safety for those who feel they're ready to take the plunge. That's it for this Cronkite News Update. For Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.